So, Carlos, what's the most important skill for anyone starting a career in digital marketing?
To learn AI, hands down.
Do you think that's the way that the world's going?
Yeah, I think, I don't think AI is going to replace all the jobs, but I think a person that knows AI is going to replace a person that doesn't know AI.
Yeah, I agree with you. And then, how can someone quickly improve their analytical and data driven thinking?
That's a tough one because it's not a skill that you develop quickly, but I would say put it in the position of, in the case of marketing, right? You're going to spend money one way or another, right? If it be your money, would you spend it there and why? And that mind shift, believe it or not, a lot of times people will take the first number that they say, oh no, the conversion rate is 5.2 versus, but there's common sense and business thinking behind that, right? So I think the exercise is, would you put your money there?
I like that. I think that's a great little nugget to just keep at the back of your mind every time you're going to go and spend somebody else's money. And then, what's the one tool or platform every new marketer should learn?
The CRM, the customer relationship management tool, HubSpot is a great one because it combines a little bit of web analytics and also business metrics, right? You see how many clients you actually closed, not only how many impressions, right? I would say Search Console, wrong. You could say even Facebook ads, wrong, because if you don't understand the business metrics, doesn't matter. So I think CRM is a good one.
That's a great point that you touched on because, a lot of folks wouldn't usually say that as their first response. It would be some of those marketing platforms, but that is a key element because if you don't understand that and you're not aligning yourself to the sales goals, you've lost the plot in a sense. And then, what's a common mistake young marketers make and how can they avoid it?
I think they study too much. It's too much lab work and not enough. Go out in the street. So I think get an internship. Try to sell something on your own. Work for free for somebody. Try to partner up with something offering your work, but trying to go out and get business results, right? Versus getting another degree and getting a master's and getting a PhD.
Yeah, yeah, I really appreciate that because it's less about learning and more about doing. Obviously, learning is amazing. You got to have continuous learning as well, but you learn the most through actually doing and experimenting.
I learned more in my first 6 months working in a marketing agency than in the previous seven doing undergrad and a master's.
Mm, wow. Yeah, that's it. That, validates the point.
Yeah, it's coming from somebody who went to school and did a master's in a good college. So I mean, I'm not biased in that sense.
What's your best tip for balancing creativity with strategy in marketing?
I like to think more of me of our agency as a performance and analytical agency, but that has been costly when we forget about the creative side, and I think it's, if something is not working, it's like, is your messaging, you know uh, right? Because do you have a good business model? Is your messaging right? Because if you don't have those two, none of the channels or tactics that you run are going to work.
Yeah, simple, sweet, to the point. I agree with you, Carlos. I appreciate you, spending your time with us, sharing your wealth of information. I just wanted to sort of, as we round out here, do you have any sort of last words or tips or advice or anything else you would like to share with listeners today that might be going into the marketing world?
Well, first of all, thank you for having. I enjoyed it. This time went by really quickly, so that definitely means that you had a good time. Be something else and be a marketer second. Be a business person first. Be a storyteller first. Be an artist first. Be the best at interpreting data first, right? And then be a marketer. But if you're a marketer first, you're probably going to be a very mediocre marketer, is what I would say.
I appreciate you sharing that because that has a lot of impact. I think because a lot of people don't look at it that way. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm going to be a marketer," but it puts be something else before you're actually a marketer, and it will potentially amplify you being a marketer. right? Yeah, that's great. I appreciate you sharing that. And, Carlos, just once again, I appreciate your time.
Thanks, Wade. Appreciate it, man. Great to see you again.